all-important meeting, and it's time to start.
The reason why we are here today is to solve a common problem. This is not a meeting of trying to accuse one another. It is not a meeting of trying to castigate or anybody, irrespective of who you are and all that. It's just a sincere meeting for us to be able to provide answers to the people that are in the industry on the daily rising costs of paper. The Ministry of Trade and Investment, in actual fact, they are very interested in what is happening in our industry, particularly paper. And I believe that they have a unit for paper. Right, madam? Yeah, they have a unit for paper. And also with the way we have been interacting with them, they have also opened a unit for printing. And if you look around all our other pressure group and association, paper and printing always go together. Without any doubt, paper is the #1 commodity of printers. And if anything happens to paper, and for any reason we don't get paper again, all of us will be out of business. And we don't want that to happen. We also want to acknowledge the fact also that without us, the printer, there won't be any need to sell paper.
Time we've been waiting for. So it's discussion time. I have a second microphone, and we'd like to first try to analyze what the problem is.
Paper prices have gone up drastically, and I'm talking now from the printer's perspective, because we are in between the paper merchants and the end users of the papers. Now, if you were printing something for 5,000 naira for someone, how do you come back and say it's 15,000 naira? It's pretty difficult because everybody these days has, as it were, pandemic issues.
The paper merchants are being accused of insensitivity. That if you go to the market today, you go to their place to buy paper, the next thing you go back in the afternoon, it's a different ball game altogether. Sometimes you pay and they return back your money that you are not, they cannot sell at that rate any longer. That is one. And they equally say they are extorting them. That it's more like if you can't go anywhere. It's either you buy it or you leave it.
By the time we have our presentation, get the costing, get the cost of the paper as well, by the time we come back to get the papers, the cost might have increased. We forced to return the OPO back to the client. So actually this rise in cost is really affecting even us in particular. I'm sure it's for everyone.
Apart from the price, which is we know is going up almost every day. They are talking about the grammage now. If we promise, or the paper merchants have promised that this is 80 grams, what they discover is different from what is given to them. The second thing is the number of sheets in the ring. Most of the time is not reduced. Yes, it's not as what is stated in the ring. And the other, which is more important, is about the coloration. The coloration of the paper. Which one is white? Which one is off-white? Which one is
Another major problem is assessing forex. We all know what forex is all about in this country. That is like they have pushed us to the, as in black markets, to go and source our dollars. We can't, unlike before. I believe that most of us do LCs to get these papers, but now it's not as. Imagine if you want LC of, for example, $100,000, maybe on 2 weeks basis, they will give you 1,500, 1,000. The highest, even me, I have gotten is 3,000. And you find out that sometimes you even lose your pro forma invoice. They will tell you, since you cannot pay, the price have increased and there's nothing you can do about it. How do we match the two?
You want $100,000 to import a 4-container goods, and it will take CBN another 1 year to allocate that 100,000 to you, despite the fact that you have your money. Now you are telling us we increase price in the morning, we increase price in the evening. Do you know CBN increases price of dollars every bidding day?
Yes.
Now, I am a regular importer of 3 items of your trade. I import newsprint, I import bond paper in reels and sheets, I import art paper, all gravages. I can bet it with you today. I imported some art paper in the month of November, hoping that I will get it for December sales. I can bet it with you, up till now, we will not be able to get that delivery.
As an importer, we also face numerous challenges, which is forex, port clearing, customs. Paper prices have shot up technically more than 30% to 40% in the last 2 months overseas. Freight costs have gone up from $2,500 to $11,000. So all this are contributing to the increasement of people.
If OPOP can produce bonds in those days, if the government has been improving on that, I think it will be doing well today. If General Mill in those days, with all the facilities it has, if the government is upgrading it will do well today. For how long will we be, depending on foreign source? Then this will not grow in this country if we continue at that standard. The only situation, sir, is for the government to intervene. You don't know what is happening. A lot of people have lost their jobs. Even our petty printers have gone nowhere. They have lost their jobs. I know a lot of printers whose factories are closed down today. For how long will we do that? The government must intervene. That is my point, sir.
I want us to proffer a scientific solution to this problem. It is not enough for us or for anybody to come and say, foreign exchange. Yes, we know it. We buy so many things with foreign exchange. The problem with us in this country is that we predate, and I'm not assuming that, I want to just be scientific, we predate other people's misfortune. I had a discussion because of this meeting with 1 or 2 people that brought in paper just before the pandemic. And they told me that the paper they brought in, and I stand to be corrected scientifically, that the paper they brought in, compared to what they were buying outside, has a margin of almost 100%. And I can get all those data. What we're saying is that all of us are in business to make money on both sides. And if we don't make money, our business will not continue. But we are in an unusual time. In this unusual time, we have to think about tomorrow. We have to think about family, that they're going to lose their business, and at the end of the day, there's no business again. That's one part. So we need scientific solution. Now, you see, we have been saying that, I'm a student of physics, and they taught us that what goes up must come down, except paper price.
For me, I think the way forward is for the Ministry of Trade, first of all, let them remove all tariffs on paper. Because a gentleman mentioned NCR. You know the duty of NCR is 20%. And duty of bond paper is 5%. But when you go to customs, even when you bring bond paper, customs may tell you you have to pay 10%. You will be pretending as if this is not, he is not aware of what you have brought. These are the things we suffer.
Sir, we can't import duty on paper to remove it. We are not recommending that. We won't.
Is marginal cost of production
Sir,
of a ton of paper?
My division is, my department won't recommend that.
But you know that our mills, the mills abroad are selling now $1,300 per ton, whereas the cost of production is $600. So the 10% duty we are talking about is negligible.
Sir, you are one of the people that should look inward and see what can we do in this country. Backward integration. What do we do? Sir, what do we do? And it's a money spinner. It's the first people that go into this thing that will cash before others wake up to know what is happening.
Correct.
They are the people that will make the money.
Correct.
So,
Between us
a lot of times, I even said, I have encouraged the printers to that. What are they doing about backward integrating? They can go into production of this thing. It's just to make one thing again we are trying to do is to work for a intervention, special intervention fund for the paper sector. That's what we are pushing for. Special intervention fund.
I want to also, in addition to what the chairman has said, that we have a technical committee, technical committee comprising the buyer and the importer, so that we can work together on this. Because I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. To be fair to everybody for the purpose of transparency, everybody wants to make profit. Profit is the reason why we are in business. I'm not going to stop that. Now, back to the other one that, if you notice, I didn't make a commitment to whether we should remove duty or whether we should not. I just said there are some school of thought on this side and other school of thought on the other side. But you see, what is going to solve this for us is a policy. Madam understands it very well. She will tell us more about that. It's a policy. Once we have a policy on ground that this is how we want to do printing business, everybody will abide by it. If we say remove importation, it's a short-term thing. You can even agree that suspend duty for the next 6 months. That's a short-term solution. The long-term solution is that when we suspend duty, nobody will come and invest. The more we keep importing paper, we are aiding devaluation. Okay, even realistically, from my own
scarcity. Let's make it interactive. When you don't import, there will be scarcity, and when there is
scarcity,
okay.
I'm not finished all this thing.
All right.
I'm just saying that the more we keep importing, we will import. We have to create a balance. We have to strike a balance. We have to have an equilibrium. We have to decide that, okay, for the next 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, we are importing. So while we are doing that, we want to put this plan in place, this and this and this, so that at the end of the day, we have an equilibrium. So when we have a policy, which the government, they are here, they will talk about, it's going to help us, particularly with paper.
It is a pleasure to represent Federal Ministry of Industry at this consultation and resolution section. I would like to appreciate the initiators of this event, CIPPON, and all participants that have heeded their call for a meeting, leaving all other tasks and assignments to grace this occasion in order to fashion a way out of this unsavory situation we have found ourselves in. Before I thank everybody for coming, what we are trying to do is, the question he asked, is we are trying to create a conducive environment so that paper milling will not be done by government alone, but by private sector. So, but the environment must be conducive enough to attract private sector. So that is what the committee is really about. To bring up policies, and statements that will encourage private intervention. And the ministry and the government as its own is to monitor and see that everything is done according to, towards what will benefit
country as a whole. Meanwhile, the printers, we have a policy for graphic, we are developing a policy for the printing and graphic industry too, apart from the pulp and pulp products, paper pulp products sector, so that we know, although they are interdependent, but we want different policies for different sectors.
Now, for me, as chairman of data importers, believe me sincerely, I commit our association here right now that we are willing to do a pricing at maybe 510 naira to $1 for 1 month. We can guarantee every month there will be a one price for us that will be outside for everybody to see, so that printers can take prices and then give it to their clients. So we will do that. I promise that we will make our association to stick into that commitment. Thank you.
We have also pushed Ministry of Trade and Investment. They are already working on a policy for us. Because policy will solve so many things. It's not only that you are telling me I should not go, you give me a book to print in Nigeria, I buy paper, this is the paper we are talking about. Somebody will not buy paper, will go abroad, bring the finished good, another bringing it will not pay duty. It's free. It's free. Yeah. So these are policy things, and that's why we have brought Madam here. I believe that we don't want to lose track. At least we have agreed on one thing. There is need for us to have a technical committee that will be able to look at prices of paper, and at least they consider for 1 month. Let even start for 1 month. You know, what this will do is to bring stability. More than anything else, it's stability that we need. Yes. Without stability, we cannot plan. Yes. You know, so this will bring, that's one thing we have achieved here.
There are a lot of modular refineries springing up, and we think government is also encouraging that, and we will see some movement in that area in the near future. How about some modular refinery, modular paper mills, modular paper mills? Are there policy on the way to make this happen? Is it possible to have that kind of thinking? Because we need to also take some of the things that Mama has said in terms of putting paper in place.
If the House will permit, I want to raise two things. Even as at 6 months ago, we have written a letter to your ministry that we need to do a paper summit. When we are doing a paper summit, we call all the stakeholders together and we'll look at short-term, mid-term, and long. This is a summit kind of with a small whatever. We have more time to talk about it. And I'm sure that this is a summit that we have written a letter to that, and I know you are treating it. I want to suggest that we have a paper summit. At your convenience.
Supported. You will send the date to us. We're waiting.
Good. This is a good opportunity here. Can we within the next 3 months put up together a paper summit? Yes. So that's one of the resolution. That's one of the resolution. Now, for putting up that, we have representative. Let's just want to get a committee to set it up. Representative from not the individual now, but the people that will be involved. Representative from paper importer, printers, LCCI, who else again is not captured? Government. And of course, our government. Printers are mentioned and printers. So, we will work together with your ministry, madam, providing secretariat work for us. That's it, so that we can coordinate everything. So that's a resolution. Do we have a resolution on that? Yes. And we'll put that together. Then the second one is that we have also agreed that from this meeting, we set up a price monitoring. Exactly. And I want to suggest that we have 3 people from the importer and 3 from, or 3 or 2. Do we do 3-3? Okay, 3-3. You want to say something?
Yes, I think we should also add among the resolution that the modular refinery should also be on the topmost of whatever we are concerned.
Yes, ministry will take care of that.
Resolution.
Now you should be taking along that line.
No, we are giving you. Okay, go ahead.
It's a resolution.
Where is it? Yeah, resolution or modular.
There's one, please, a letter as in respect of that song. Please send
Okay, we'll do that.
once. Then number 2, stakeholders. We said we didn't carry you along. What the committee just did was due diligence. We will be calling you. We've not reached the stage of stakeholder engagement. When stakeholder engagement we reach the stage, we call everybody that is involved. Obvious. We won't do it. Even formulation of policy, there are stages. But get stakeholder engagement is involved. You can't do it without you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.